Greetings, everyone. I'm Dianne Thomas, and welcome back to my Certified High Performance Coaching Training Series in support of Dianne's CHPC Recertified Project 2017. This is an online crowdfunding campaign hosted at Generosity by Indiegogo, and it was launched on April 17th to help me raise the funds that I'll need to recertify as a Certified High Performance Coach in June. Now, the campaign runs through May 26th, so hopefully you'll have an opportunity to stop by and become a contributor, as well as even perhaps a perk partner, because I'm still seeking goods and services to offer as incentives to folks who stop by the site. In addition, this series has been hosted on YouTube as well as my social media platforms, so hopefully you'll have an opportunity to visit my webpage at Get Dianne CHPC Recertified 2017 to check out any of the past videos that you've missed, as well as just check the link below and click on there to take you right to my YouTube channel, and you can get caught up there as well. Now, the training series is based on the 5 pillars of high performance, and those are the foundational principles that certified high performance coaches use to get their clients to higher levels of achievement. And those pillars are clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. And in this series, I've assigned a pillar to each weekday. So Monday is clarity, Tuesday is energy, Wednesday is courage, Thursday is productivity, and Friday is influence. So today is Thursday, and I've dubbed it Productivity Thursday. And on these trainings that I'll be having with you, we're going to look at how procrastination and distraction and negative self-talk pull us away from being as productive as we need to be and getting as much as we need to get done every day. And the last time that we got together, I did share with you some tools that I use to help me be a little more productive. We talked about the Eisenhower principle, where you are able to delineate between important tasks and urgent tasks or problems. And then I talked to you about how I stratify my projects, making decisions about what I'm going to do, and then the people I need to help me with them, and then the priorities for each of those. And then after that, I told you that's when I do a to-do list. I don't do one before that. But what I thought I would do at this video, in this video, is to step back from that a little bit, because all the things that I do are based on some specific goals that I've set, maybe even 6 months to a year in advance, and I'm just working through each project that's going to lead me closer to that goal. And so that's the approach really that I think most people need to have, and that's what I'm going to go over a little bit today. Now, in my other life, I am a nonprofit resource development trainer, coaching consultant, and I'm working to build that business up. And part of what I do when I get calls from folks who want help, so that I can find out exactly what they need from me, because oftentimes they're not even really sure themselves outside of knowing they need to raise money, but what are the things they need to put in place, who are the people they need to have, what they need to be thinking about. A lot of times they don't even know what they don't know to know what to ask. So I created about very briefly 4 questions that I usually have them complete and in a written form. And then they send it back to me, and then I do a free 30-minute consultation with them, going over the results or the answers to the questions that they gave me, and then giving them a recommendation. So what I thought I would do is just kind of let you know what the purpose of all of that is, because it's sort of like a diagnostic tool, I guess you could say, that I use to help me stratify how I'm going to attempt to approach helping them. And so what it does, though, in that process is to help them verbalize exactly what it is about their business or their life that isn't working for them. It helps them to clarify exactly what it is their goals are, because a lot of them may be thinking they're doing one thing or wanting to do one thing, and it's really something else that they should be doing. It also helps them to define exactly what they'll need to have some significant movement towards those goals over the next year or so. or actually it is a 12-month period. I do try to keep it within a 12-month period to advance the outcomes that they're looking for. And then it also helps to reveal what has worked in the things that they have attempted so far before they've called me, and what hasn't worked. Now, as I mentioned before, I listen objectively. It's no judgment zone with me. And then I give them my feedback, because what's important is that they recognize that there are things that may have been challenging them over this period of time, and we want to make sure we're cutting out any wasted energy and whatever it is that's causing them to come up short. You want to eliminate those factors. Now, this process of identifying these specific pain points, which is what I call them, is the purpose of this process. And it helps them delineate and ferret out the busyness of what they're doing as opposed to the business. Because we know we can all get caught up in a lot of stuff when we're doing a lot of things, but they're not getting us to our goal. It helps them to just eliminate wasted effort, wasted time, wasted energy, and to put in place a true plan for progress. It's really forward thinking and helps them think about some things they may not have considered in the past. Now, here are the specific questions that I ask them, and the answers can end up oftentimes either stymieing them or facilitating them to move towards productivity. Those questions are: what frustrates you most about your life or business right now? And the key word there is frustrate, because when I use that word, it helps them to think, all right, frustration, when you think of it, is really something that you've been trying to do, but you've been failing at, or you've not been moving as fast as you wanted to, or you're not getting the outcomes that you want. And so it gets that thought process in place already, so that they already see that they may possibly need to rethink what they're doing, take a new approach to it, or alter their expectations. Maybe as quickly as they think things should happen, or whoever they think should be helping them in a particular way at a particular time needs to be altered. Or they also may need to just scrap the whole thing, whatever it is they're trying to do altogether, and start fresh. The other question I ask is, what is it really that they're trying to accomplish? What is the real goal? Now, as I mentioned before, a lot of us are thinking and working hard at things, but we're actually saying there's something else that we really want, and our deeds are not matching up with what we're saying. And this happens with nonprofits a lot. They may have gotten into a particular field of work or a particular situation that they're trying to address, a need that they're trying to address, but it then ends up that it's something else completely that they end up doing because the need doesn't match what the initial mission was. So it's often, a lot of times when I think about it, it's, you know, when you're fighting against that, it's almost like when you have that argument with a person you really care about or you respect, you need to make a decision about whether or not you want to be right or whether you want to be happy. So that consideration comes up a lot with this particular question. And then the other question is, what is it specifically they think that they're going to need to improve their life and business over the next 12 months? This forces them to look realistically at what they're doing and to determine if they truthfully have all the resources in terms of their education or training, the money, the time, the help they need, or even the mindset that they need to have to make this particular goal realistic for them. Because making an effort at an honest assessment, many of the times they may realize they even need to get rid of something or someone to reach the goal that they're looking to attain. And then the final question is, what have they tried that has worked? And what have they tried that has not worked? And I like to ask this question, especially for what has worked, because a lot of times they'll come to me flustered and frustrated and feeling a little down about all the time and money perhaps they've spent on something that hasn't worked. in their mind, and the final outcome hasn't been what they thought. But I said, just think of one thing, maybe in that process, that did work out. And it helps to buoy them a little bit and bring their spirits up. And it certainly is worth exploring with them, because it could well be, if they tweak a little something with that, it's almost very possible that they're able to apply whatever it is that worked in that area in some other areas. And so it gives more of an affirmation to the effort that they've put in place. And the question, though, in terms of what hasn't worked, also helps them look very seriously at the things that they did try, and when it didn't work out, what was the expectation around that? And what were some of the things they already knew, maybe even before they tried it, that could possibly make it not work out as well as it should? So this is you know, the litmus test truly in terms of where they're at with their reality. So that's why I asked that question. Because as high achievers, you know, we're working constantly to getting and staying at elevated levels of performance. We've got to get there. The effort is to get there and to stay there. So we don't have time to waste. We got to get right to it, cut to the chase, find out what it is that's not working and fix it, and set ourselves up for excellence by asking the right questions. It's always important. Whether or not we decide to do something, what that something is, we've got to be able to ask the questions that are going to get us the outcome that we need, that's going to help affirm the effort that we're making and get us to the place that we want to be. We really need to focus on using our time efficiently and conserving our energy for the big things that we know we need to focus on. Because everything we do needs to be filtered through outcome-driven goals. We have got to be looking at that all the time. So, high achiever, I hope that you are interested in participating in this latest challenge, and that is going to be for you to answer these questions for yourself. And that you don't have to have a business, as I mentioned before. This is your business or your life that you can apply these questions to. So here are the questions again. What frustrates you most about your business and life right now? Frustrate being the key word. What are you really trying to accomplish in whatever it is you're trying to do? What do you think you will need to improve to see a measurable increase in your happiness over the next 12 months? And what have you tried that hasn't worked out? And what have you tried that has? Now, as always, I hope that you will take this opportunity to think through this and then share what comes up for you in the comments section below this video, as well as at my website, my Facebook page at Get Dianne CHPC Recertified 2017, and even on the YouTube channel. It'll be great to hear from you there as well, because I certainly believe that what comes up for you, it's probably coming up for other people, so I'm sure it could help someone. So until next time, have a great Productivity Thursday, and thank you so much for participating.